The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Toku Podcastu. As always, I'm AJ, that's Jay.
You guys remember that time Superman turned blue and had lightning powers?
Which time?
Both times.
Oh. And wanted in 4 states for cat molestation, Phil.
I'm wanted in 4 states for different things, okay?
You're wanted for murder.
That's
Phil's
true.
wanted for the molestation.
Why is it molestation charges, and why of all things it's a fucking cat, okay?
You know.
It's because you can't stay away from that pussy.
Don't quit your day job, AJ. Don't ever quit your day job.
I haven't even
I
started.
reiterate, fuck this show. Fuck it to goddamn hell. I will shove it up the anus that is of Toei's building.
That'd be kind of weird if Toei's building had an anus.
It would.
That's like some Persona shit right there. Actually, no, that's more like Devil May Cry. So, if you haven't guessed, we are... excuse me. We are doing Season 2 of Amazonians. Jay, I don't want to talk about this show.
I don't want to talk about it either, but we're here, and we're going to have to do it.
I don't want to talk about it. I wasted my whole day watching this show.
Oh, well, you don't have to. I'm just kidding. So, I guess we'll start off just real quick, just right into it. Jay, let's talk about the fucking what I can't even call him a fucking, he's the bastard child of fucking Jin. That's all he is.
Chihiro is his name.
And he's stupid.
The character that we're supposed to follow, Chihiro.
The character that the show very stupidly thinks that we like.
The show that literally makes a character want to fuck a corpse.
Like this entire show makes this, it comes off as, hey, you're supposed to like this kid? Apparently.
I don't.
Are we?
I don't like him.
Are we supposed to like him?
I guess.
So.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
He is.
And before someone says, well, he's 5 years old. No. Chronologically, he's 5. But mentally, he's about 16 to 17. So shut the fuck up off the bat. And two, he wants to fuck a corpse. So shut the fuck up twice.
Shouldn't you reverse that where he has the body of a 16-year-old, but he has the mind of a 5-year-old?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the mind of a 5-year-old. Because he legit ages with everything that comes with it.
I mean, he certainly acts like he has the mind of a 5-year-old because he's just stupid, but I don't think he's supposed to.
But that's just him being stupid.
Exactly.
Honestly, what the fuck were they thinking with this kid? I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with Chihiro, because he's one of the worst protagonists I've ever seen in a show.
All I know is...
He's like, fuck off.
They were trying to... I think they wanted to top the level of stupidity that was Haruka, and I don't know if they... Did they succeed? Because I feel like they may have.
See, at least Haruka had points where I liked him, and I can kind of get with it. Chihiro the entire time was, but... my girlfriend is like, Chihiro, she's fucking dead. But my girlfriend, she's fucking dead, you retard.
I've heard you complain so many times about Haruka.
Yeah, but the thing is, I still had moments where I could get with Haruka, and I can still kind of like him. And in this show, especially, with Chihiro, I didn't like him from day one. He's just a cunt. He's an asshole.
Haruka at least had, like, a clear motive, and a personality, and morals and goals to work to. Chihiro is just like a whiny child the entire show. Fucking damn it. Anyways, he's just like, he just cries and whines, and he never learns anything. He is constantly like, it's not even like with Haruka, where Haruka's like, okay, maybe the Amazons can live in peace, and he's trying to force that despite all evidence to the contrary. And, like, because, like, occasionally he's proven right, and occasionally he's proven wrong. Chihiro's just like, oh, I like this chick. Why? I don't know. Oh, what's that? She's an emotionless zombie? Well, shut up. I still want to try.
I can change her.
I can
change her. I can change the mind of a dead person. You fucking idiot. Look, you fucking idiot were 3 words I said every episode. Every episode, I looked at my screen and said at least once or twice, you fucking idiot. Because there's this one point, right, where he goes up to his dead girlfriend and he's like, come on, we can go. We can run away and be normal. It's like, look at her. Does she look normal to you? She has a fucking stake through her goddamn stomach and she's not even flinching.
She's just standing there staring at the wall all day, every day, and like, what the fuck do you think is she going to do, dude?
They
Come
have
on.
to put nutrients through a tube through her eye.
Like, she is dead. She is dead, you idiot. And, like, you know what the worst part is, Jay? Is that the entire time, the worst part about it is that they try to make it seem like this guy is likable. But, like, the whole time, like you said, he's just a whiny bitch. He's a whiny bitch. Like, oh my God, get off of my screen. We have 2 other characters we could rather be following.
Exactly.
And yet we don't. Then again, at the start of the show, he is with a group of douchebag teenagers. So that's
and they get rid of them super fucking fast.
Yeah, they're all
fast.
dead except for one of
Banjo.
them. After
Banjo.
episode 2.
No. We got to say it like the like banjo. We got to say banjo.
That's the
way
official Team Kamen Rider approved pronunciation.
Wait, if he's Banjo, then where's Kazooie?
Boo.
Build.
He was kind of lame too, honestly. Like, I like that.
Oh, we moved on to banjo.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. We started talking about him. What else?
Oh, I would no. I was just I just mentioned him. I thought we're sticking to Chihiro.
No, I don't know. Yeah, like they don't do anything interesting with Chihiro. Like, oh, I'm gonna work with the Amazon hunters. Why? Oh, because I'm being forced to at gunpoint. Okay. And he has no real like
him do it.
conviction or motive to keep doing it. There's no real like incentive for him to keep doing it. He's not being like forced to. He can just kind of fucking leave whenever he wants. Like later on in the show, like they have like, oh, EU's bracelet has a bomb in it, and if she goes rogue, we're just gonna blow it up, and we're gonna do that if you try to cross us. But like, they don't have a bomb on him. Even though they should have. That made way more sense if they gave him one. They should have given him one. I don't know why they didn't. But yeah.
Yeah, because but see, that's the thing. They took a gamble that this idiot was going to risk his life for his dead girlfriend. And they gambled right. Because everything he does is for his dead girlfriend. And the thing is, she's not even dead in the traditional writer sense where she's not on screen. She's just a fucking corpse. She's a standing, walking, fighting corpse. Mm-hmm. And everything he does is for her. Like, I'm sorry, Jay. The most comedic episode of this entire series, or this entire season, was the carnival episode.
Oh, God.
Because there was just something so inherently, stupidly funny about that I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be laughing at this.
You got him, like, running around with her on, like, carnival rides and playing games, and she's just fucking stone-faced the entire time. Not even, like, reacting. She's just blank expression. And, like, they're
Again,
on, like, a roller
favorite
coaster.
Screenshot with her on the fucking roller.
Yeah, and she's got her arms up because Chihiro's doing it, but she's just, like, blank-faced the whole time.
It would be cute if it wasn't for that being his only motivation, and the biggest one of them all, if she wasn't a fucking corpse.
Like, if it wasn't played serious, I wouldn't be as bad as it is.
Honestly, dude, the biggest thing that I kept telling myself is that this is not played off near tongue-in-cheek enough to make me think that this was comedic, and it's not played near seriously enough, or no, it's not written near competently enough for me to take it seriously. And that's the biggest problem with Chihiro, is that it feels like they're trying to make it serious. It feels like they're trying their best to make this guy likable, but he just comes off as it's almost funny.
It's
how bad he is.
It's coincidentally, it's like an inverse of Jin, where Jin, they kept trying to make us think he's the bad guy. They kept trying to convince us that he's not in the right, even though he is
they
one,
still do it here.
objectively in the right, and two, he's the most likable character in season 1. Here, they're trying to convince us that he's totally in the right, and that we should agree with Chihiro, and that we're supposed to like him, but we hate his guts. He's wrong 100% of the time. He is constantly proven to be wrong by literally everybody in the show, every single episode. And then every single time he does anything, he makes everything worse for everyone else.
And then he dies like a fucking jobber.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know because we didn't see him fucking die.
Yeah. Thanks, last episode. You cut when the battle was going on. Thank you.
So I guess from there, let's talk about the daddy.
Oh.
Let's go right into Jin. Let's talk about the daddy.
What did they do to you,
because
Messiah?
Jay, I'm going to be honest with you. I still think Jin is the most likable character in the show.
Of course. The show becomes...
And not only that, but he's the only one in this entire show. He's the only one in this entire show where I look at him like, yeah, you're still right. Everything you're doing is still right. I understand everything you're doing here. It's just the fact that everybody is consistently trying to stop you. I would go fucking insane too.
Exactly.
Even when they made him a raving, blind lunatic. Yeah, that's right. They blinded him throughout the entire show.
It's weird how much more enjoyable the show becomes when Jin shows up, because Jin is just that entertaining of a character. It's not even like the show gets better. No, it's just, oh, Jin is here, so shit's actually happening again.
He has the best episode of the season.
He does.
He does.
It's weird because it again shows like just how good of a character Jin is and how just like committed he is to his goal, where we're like, again, I don't know if we're just supposed to like hate Jin or not, but he's like, oh, he accidentally has an Amazon baby, and he's still like, I don't care if it's my own son, I need to kill all Amazons, and that causes conflict there. And you know, it's not like he wants to do it. He's just like, look, I hate having to do this too, but fuck all Amazons, you know, kill them all, leave none alive. And then, you know,
oh, dude, I'm fucking racist against Amazons now.
Oh,
fuck them.
You weren't already? Come on.
Oh, I was just prejudiced last episode. Now I'm full on racist.
Well, it's not
Like,
really.
there's a
It's not
difference.
really racism if they're.
Take that out of context.
It's not really racism if they're being malicious towards everybody.
Mm.
Well, but see, like, and the thing is, the show again, like Jay said, keeps trying to make Jin seem like this unhinged psycho asshole. But he's unhinged. But you understand it. You know why he's like that. Because every time he tries to fix his mistake, some asshole comes out of the ether saying, but you can't do that. That's very mean. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do my job
But
here.
what about the flesh-eating monsters?
It's like somebody trying to tell the doctor you can't cure this patient of their illness, or like every time he tries to go to the operating room, he has to fight another guy. It's like, dude, just let me do my job.
Isn't that just how?
This is obviously for the betterment of the patient. And someone's like, but what about the germs? They have feelings too.
The germs.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Fuck the germs. You kill them. That's the whole point of it.
It's that's the thing. It's like the whole thing comes off as just like, guys, this entire thing would have been resolved if you just let him do his job. Yeah, he's gone a little crazy, but that's you assholes' fault.
A little is an understatement.
But it's true. Like, honestly, dude, I feel the most sympathy for Jin. I feel horrible for the guy, because here's a guy who made a disgusting abomination of humankind, like literally a crime against God, who just wants to fix his mistake, but every twist and turn something gets fucked up. He almost kills his wife. His wife's an Amazon now. His kid's an Amazon now. Now he has to kill both of them. And now while that's happening, all these other jackasses are making more Amazons. So I fucking feel bad for him, dude. Like, Jin is the fucking main character of this entire series. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. He is in the right no matter what. And everybody else just has their head so far up their ass. Like, Haruka, again, like, even in this season, Haruka's starting to be like, okay, maybe helping the Amazons survive was a bad idea. Maybe I made a mistake.
You think?
Well, Jay, here's something funny. Let's take the time machine back to last episode, where I mentioned that Shido literally said, if you stop us from killing the Amazons, every person that gets eaten afterwards and every bad thing that happens after that is your fault.
And he's right.
And guess what? It is his fault. If he had just let Jin kill all the Amazons, Chihiro probably would have never been born. They wouldn't have made Amazon AIDS, and Mamoru wouldn't have tried to go cuckoo over Cocoa Puffs for a fucking arm.
We don't know about not having Chihiro.
That's why I said probably.
Because for me at least, it probably would have happened. Because believe me, they were a loving couple. That was gonna happen.
Yeah, but at that point, Jin would have just killed it anyways.
Yeah.
He would have killed it without any sort of apprehension.
Well, that's sort of the implication of
the
the episode where we find out, where it seems to be like the whole, super duper Amazon killing gas made Jin just completely bonkers, and he was starting to give into his Amazon side, and he didn't really want to do that. It was him losing his control, and you can kind of tell based on the way the scene's filmed. And you can tell that, like, even he's just like, oh god, what the fuck did I do? Like, he feels, like, genuinely distraught over the fact that he's having a kid.
He broke down.
Yeah. It's tragic if it weren't for the fact that there's no real, like, stakes to it, I guess, because we already know what's going to happen, because we already know that Chihiro's his kid. It's not like it's a surprise that Chihiro's his kid, because we fucking figured it out in episode 1. But
yeah,
that's the problem, is that, like, it would have been really, like, interesting if they didn't make it immediately obvious that Chihiro is Jin's kid, because the whole build-up to it would have been really nice, and it's him being, like, him kind of, like, having to force himself to do it, because, like, keep to his convictions, I would have liked that, but no, we already know that he fails, we already know that the kid gets saved and becomes,
Chihiro.
Fucking our horrible, unlikable protagonist. So it's disappointing in a way, because it's, what the fuck do we do now? Like, what do we do now? Like, this is a waste.
See, that's the thing. This all goes back to the fact that this is all Haruka's fault. Like, the show doesn't like to mention this, and it didn't mention this, by the way. It kind of hinted at it, but it never dwelled on it, where this is your fault, asshole. Mm-hmm. You did this. You inadvertently created Amazon AIDS. That's you. That's on you, buddy. You saved Mamoru, who apparently became Michi across seasons, and now he has 200 IQ, and now he's making more Amazons because of you. You did this. Mm-hmm. You've potentially killed thousands of people because you wanted to be a fucking vegan. That's your fault, jackass. And, like, the show never, like, questions that. Like, nobody ever says, hey, this is on you, dude. Like none of the surviving, like, or none of the returning elimination team or extermination team are like, no, we don't want to work with you. It's your fault. We're in this mess to begin with.
And, like, that's an interesting thing too, is that, like, they kind of have Haruka's in a weird spot where, like, he's still helping try to save Amazons, but, like, he's like, okay, turning Amazons into humans is where I draw the line, guys. Like, we need to stop this. This is going too far. But then, like, he's still trying to protect Mamoru and the other Amazons who are trying to turn everybody into humans into Amazons. Like what the fuck? Haruka, fucking pick a side, dude. What are you, Stone Cold? You can't just change your no. What are you, fucking Big Show? You can't just keep changing your mind every single time.
I know, right?
He might.
No, see, you know what's even weirder though? What's even weirder is that, okay, last season we are told that after 2 years, no matter what, Amazons go hungry crazy, right? Okay. So, 5 years later, why are none of them fucking crazy? Mamoru's still perfectly fine. He was wearing his fucking Versace fucking jacket. So, why is he not crazy? Why are none of the other Amazons crazy? Aren't the armbands supposed to have already worn off? Shit, most of the people that Jin attacks in that flashback scene still have blue armbands.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're perfectly fine.
How does that work?
And this is after Trolloc. So, like, why are they not crazy? Or were they fucking just lying to us when they said it only lasts 2 years? Which is it? Are they crazy, or are they just never go crazy?
I think that was just like something they forgot, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised considering they basically forget everything else.
Well, CJ, and here's the biggest one. Haruka. Why is he not crazy?
I don't know.
Exactly. Like, he literally says, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not hungry for anything. All I need is this." And he brings out a burger.
Brings out the fucking tactical hamburger, yeah.
And it's like, wait, but it's literally been over 5 years. Hasn't the medicine worn off with you too? Why are you not going crazy?
My guess is that because Haruka is super duper special, I guess you could say he's like a prototype of Chihiro, where he's like half human, half Amazon. So I guess he's different. And I guess because like he has the belt and everything, and I guess because again, I think it maybe ties into the whole thing with season 1 where we're debating with Mamoru, where maybe it's once you eat human flesh, that's when it starts to kick in. So I guess Haruka's just never eaten human flesh before, even though I'm pretty sure eating McDonald's every day, you're gonna eventually eat human flesh, but that's splitting hairs.
I mean, right? After eating that every day, you're just like, I need something better.
Aside from the eating McDonald's part, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say exactly what you said. But see,
like even then, it's like, what? Okay, and this is the only thing that throws a wrench into that, Jay. Chihiro's fucking hungry for people, anyways.
This is true, yeah. Yeah, they show him wanting to eat people.
Like, he didn't have... He wasn't... Like, literally, it just basically tells us he was born with the hunger. That's he came out of the womb wanting fucking Nanaha souffle. That's what he wanted. So, which is it? Do they go crazy, or do they only go crazy after eating human flesh? Either one, I don't care. Just pick a fucking side.
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Right?
I don't even want to know. I mean, again, if I remember
just watching the movie, they're going to be like, "Oh, they never went crazy. It was all your imagination."
Well, actually, if I remember, because there's the part in the flashback with where we're watching Chihiro grow up. Literally, in this case. There's the part where he bites her Nanaha's finger.
Oh my god! Right.
So I guess that's the case where I guess because he tasted her blood and that kind of spurned that on, which also is how she became an Amazon, which is fucking retarded. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
Instead of Goo Goo Gaga, he looks at Nanaha. He's like, "Ooh, Goo Goo Gaga."
Yeah, how the hell did Nanaha become another point of origin for
AIDS?
How did she become
AIDS? Okay, Phil, this is very easy. When a mommy and daddy love each other,
I know how sex works.
Oh, that's
okay.
A surprise.
Do you know how? Do you know how?
Man, it's a shame nobody's listening to that. Oh, that wasn't good.
Holy shit! God damn it! Fuck you, dude. That was.
You're an asshole, Jay.
I know.
Oh.
No.
I gotta calm down. Hold on.
That was not funny.
Oh.
I think the problem is just like they don't bother to explain it, so the show doesn't make any sense because we don't fucking know what the rules are.
Because like at first they basically say it comes from like ingesting the water. But then they said that you might not get 100. Like legit. It's like, oh, if you drink water that somebody's blood spilled in, you might not get infected because it's water, it's distilled, blah blah blah. But
no.
With Nanaha, she fucked Jin. So, well.
But again, it's like
too bad.
There's like a one-off line where it's like, oh well, they switched their water source recently, but then there's no correlation with like, the switched water source and the infected water containers. So what's the fucking point of that? Like, I get it so they can figure out where fucking Mamoru's secret cave hideout is, like he's Saddam Hussein or something, but there's no real correlation. It's just, okay, does that mean that there are Amazons working in the water company? I guess. Maybe. How do they fucking get a job?
But see, that's the thing again. It's the fact that, like, so if it's not 100% water, do they have to bite someone? Do you have to taste the Amazon's blood? Do they have to inject it? Like, what do they do? Like, honestly, I would have been just fine if it was going by zombie rules where they just needed to bite you.
Yeah.
That would have been perfectly fine because that would have made sense. Like, with the whole water bullshit doesn't make sense at all. Because I don't know any fucking diseases that can come into by just throwing a fucking hand in the water and letting it decay in there.
I mean, there was that disease in cabin fever, but that's not real. So
true.
Ugh. Oh my god! I just realized this show is fucking Cabin Fever 2. Ugh. Well, I guess that makes sense. But no, the problem is that, like, it's just an excuse to be like, oh, here's somebody who can randomly turn into an Amazon. It's spooky. Except it's not spooky, and there's no rules established, so it doesn't make any fucking sense. And
you know what would have been better? You know how Dr. Maki dude?
Yeah.
He basically said, "Oh, we're banned from making more Amazons." It would have been better if it just turns out he was doing illegal experiments on people on the underhand.
Yeah,
and that would have been
fine. That would have fit into his character, you know.
Yeah, like he's trying to find out what makes the Amazons tick. Like with Jin, like he's like, oh, this Jin guy, he injected himself and he's kind of okay. I want to see what happens when I inject it to other people. So like it makes sense, and it probably would have made the whole thing with Fuku hit even harder than it actually did, because he'd be like, what the fuck, you made my mom a fucking Amazon, you bastard.
It would have been heartbreaking.
But that's what I'm saying. It would have at least made more of a better excuse than what we got, because what we got was kind of just, maybe you drink the water, maybe you get bitten, maybe Mamoru's just a fucking asshole. Who knows?
Well, that's the problem, is that, like, when you don't establish the rules of how this works, one, there's no consistency, because now you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and two, there's no real, like, you try to make it like a big reveal. It's like, oh, this is the thing, but you didn't establish how anything worked, so why is that a surprise? For all we know, it could have just been like, oh, the water itself just fucking randomly turns people into Amazons or whatever. It's it's just the water. The water is just gross, whatever.
Well, sorry, Jay, you were saying?
No, it's a dumb plan. It's a dumb idea, and the excuse of, oh, it turns people into Amazons is just kind of dumb in general. I don't like the idea of them trying to turn humans into Amazons, because it's dumb because it doesn't make any sense and they have no motive. It's like in a vampire movie when the evil plan of the big bad vampire is to turn regular humans into vampires. That benefits absolutely nobody, least of all the villains, because if you're vampires, you need to drink human blood. So if you get rid of all the humans, where the fuck are you going to get the blood from, jackass? Exactly.
Also, with this, like you guys were saying earlier, how does the damn thing spread? Like, with Chihiro's friends, he said, like, oh, like, I drank the water at work. We got that at work. But remember, Chihiro is also a point of origin. It could have been spread from him. We don't know
Chihiro
that.
being a point of origin makes no fucking sense, because it never builds to anything other than him turning into a shitty CG monster.
Which sucks, because they actually had a physical suit.
They did have a physical suit. They have a figure of it, I think, somewhere. It was like an SIC thing, and it looks pretty good, honestly. I'm kind of ashamed that it's kind of disappointing they didn't use it in the show, or, not show it outside of like a fucking smog machine.
Maybe it's like a Gosei Green situation, just like, this looks too shit for real. Get it away from it. Keep the camera at least 50 feet away. But see, that's the thing, is the fact that they, like Jay said, they don't explain it. And then again, the idea of just turning people into Amazons, because Mamoru said, we're turning people into Amazons so we can wage war on the humans. But it's like, okay, hold up. You want to wage war on the humans by making humans into Amazons, but unlike you guys, who seem to at least be able to somewhat satiate your hunger, these motherfuckers just want to eat people. Where is the logic in that? What's the end goal there? You're just going to kill all the humans and let the Amazons roam? Literally, it's like Jay said. You have to eat humans to survive. What happens when you eat all the humans?
Exactly. It does.
You're just fucked.
It doesn't benefit anybody because the converted humans don't really have, like, it's not like they're like a regular Amazon where they can kind of control themselves, kind of not. Some are willingly doing it, some of them aren't. No, they just, like, the second the Amazon cells kick in, they're just fucking full monster form the entire time. They can kind of turn back sometimes, but not really. There's no consistency to it. That's the thing, too, is that, like, another problem is that it's, like, they don't have any, like, subtlety to them. They just attack people. You know, there's no real build-up. It's just, oh, here's a scene. Oh, and then here's the person that turns into an Amazon. It's like, there's no build-up. You know, it's not like in Season 1 where, like, we have Amazons, like, you know, stalking people, and they have, like, setups and everything. They got their hunting spots. Like, no, it's just, oh, a person randomly turned into an Amazon now. Okay, fine.
Exactly. It's just this weird thing of, like, okay, I understand what you want to say with it, but you're not saying it in a smart way. You're not doing it in a smart way, because in the end, I'm not going to lie, it kind of makes the entire show fall flat, because, one, the villain's plan is stupid. Two, the hero's plan is stupid. And three, the guy that you're telling us is also a villain is the only sane one we actually got around here. So who is there to root for? I mean, literally the only person you could root for is Jin.
Like,
and he's the guy who they keep saying is the bad guy.
There's really nobody to root for in the show, yeah. Like, you can't really root for the Hunter team because they don't fucking do anything the entire show. There's no rooting for the new Hunter team because none of them have any personality at all, except for the two main ones, and they don't do anything either. You can't root for Chihiro because he's a fuckwit who has no personality and no good motive. You can't root for Banjo because he's a fucking whiny asshole the whole show. You can't root for Haruka because Haruka's still too stubborn to admit he was wrong. You know, again, the only person who's right in the show is Jin, and he spends half the show off screen and the other half running around like a blind lunatic. Well, literally blind lunatic.
It's really off-putting. Like, it makes the entire season off-putting. Like, I don't want to watch this show. I don't want to watch this because every episode, like back when this was coming out, I was like, I kind of don't want to watch this episode because what if Jin's not in it? Like, that was my mindset. Like, if Jin's not in it, I'm not going to care for it.
No.
I don't like it. Like, I don't like Chihiro. I don't like his relationship with EU because it's just gross. I don't like Haruka. I don't like Mamoru. And then, like you said, the Hunter team don't do anything.
No.
Like, neither of the Hunter teams do anything. Like, I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea if it was just the entire season was Jin's trying to hunt down the last Amazons. Haruka's kind of like, alright, I'll help you guys find them only if you promise to, like, take them somewhere that's actually safe. And the Hunter team is just doing this, and it basically is just the Hunter team trying to find Mamoru.
Yeah.
That's it. You didn't need Chihiro. You didn't need EU. You didn't need the other Hunter team. You didn't need Dr. Maki back, even though I like the guy. You didn't need any of that. None of this was necessary.
Yeah.
So what was the idea? What was the thing? Like, the thought process?
Like, why did Nozama need to go bankrupt? Did Amazons kind of went mainstream? People kind of know about Amazons because, like, you've got Chihiro and Banjo and his fuckwit friends who are they're live streaming themselves hunting Amazons. So I guess, like, people know enough about Amazons to be able to watch them on YouTube and talk about them. And
how? Why did that happen?
Exactly. Know. How do they know that somebody's going to be, like, an infected person turning into an Amazon? I don't know. They don't seem to know.
The only way that they know is... Actually, no. I was going to say Chihiro, but Chihiro doesn't tell them.
No.
We've never seen Chihiro being like, oh, I smell bitch.
Exactly.
You never see that. So, like, the entire... Again, it kind of goes back to what we were saying. Like, the entire plot of this season is pointless. Because the two people that we want to follow is Haruka and Jin. Those are the two guys we already connected to in the first season. Nobody likes you, Chihiro. Go away. You're Poochie. Get the fuck off my screen. And at the end, it goes back to that thing we're saying. Like, after that, who else do you got, really?
Yeah, that's the problem, is that none of the old characters are in the show enough to really like root for them or have them grow at all beyond where they were at the end of the first season, which, because it was left off in such a weird spot, they're kind of like halfway through a story arc. All the new characters suck, and there's no real like central villain or anything either. I mean, there's kind of Mamoru, but like Mamoru is a horrible villain, and he has no motive. Or, like, he doesn't have a motive that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it's just...
The only villain that we could say is a villain is Dr. Maki.
Yeah, Tachibana is the only character who's, like, comes close to having a motive, and I don't really know what the fuck his motive was. I guess it's cleaning up the rest of the Amazons, even though he really didn't want to do that in the first season. He didn't really have...
He wanted to use them to make money.
Exactly. He wanted to round up the rest of the Amazons to make money. He wanted to experiment on them more. He wanted to make a fucking... Well, I guess he kind of got his wish with his fucking zombie Amazon army. He made one more, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Can we just say that is the dumbest fucking idea in the world?
It's such a fucking stupid idea. Like, at least he was smart enough this time to pick somebody who was, like, already mostly dead. So he didn't have to worry about the whole, I have free will and emotions and memories and things. So, you know what? Sure.
No. You see, EU is only mostly dead.
She's only
The big
mostly
difference
dead.
between mostly dead and all dead.
No, it's mostly dead means slightly alive.
Oh, slightly.
I had to correct you because I'm a nerd. Anyways. So yeah.
No, but still, like, it's such a weird thing. Like, the idea of EU could have been interesting if they gave her anything to actually do besides just sit there and just say, yes.
Exactly.
I am alive.
We don't kill Chihiro. Beep boop. Insert flesh.
Insert flesh.
Oh my.
Because she's an Amazon robot,
But like you guys are saying with Mamoru, it doesn't make sense for him to even be the villain because Mamoru...
He wasn't the bad guy.
He wasn't, but his motivation for what he's doing doesn't make any sense because he starts off as being the happy-go-lucky hamburger-eating guy, and he's conflicted.
They basically,
and now he wants
they
to become,
basically make him a retarded. They basically make him a retarded Magneto.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
like
much.
if it was like, if Mamoru had become kind of like Haruka, or like more like an evil version of eviler, I suppose. Version of Haruka, where he's like actively hunting down people who are trying to antagonize Amazons, or he's actively fighting against the exterminator crew, kind of like that, where he's trying to protect the Amazons too. But unlike Haruka, who is kind of like he's kind of like a tweener, he's trying to still try keep the humans safe. He doesn't want to kill anybody. Mamoru's killing people. That's kind of how he's the villain. Is that he's like a grim hunter. He's killing kind of technically innocent people, but they're fucking with Amazon, so they're not innocent technically. That would have made...
They're not innocent in his eyes.
Yeah, they're enemies in his eyes, I suppose, but they're regular people. It's just some asshole who went for a walk in the woods and saw an Amazon and screamed, and that makes them worthy to kill. He's kind of like that. Like, that makes sense. He's not like a fucking... he's not a mustache twirling supervillain who's trying to convert humans into Amazons, because where the fuck do you go from him being the wimpy kid sidekick who has like a mental breakdown to becoming fucking Magneto in the span of like 5 years with absolutely no development in between? That's the problem with the
it's like he's like just becomes like Skeletor. It's like, now for my plan this week, I am going to put a woman on a train track.
See, Haruka, we need to kill all the humans. Yeah.
You sound more like Dan Aykroyd from Coneheads.
It's not intentional. Trust
so wait,
me.
you're saying that he went from being the happy-go-lucky kid to Snidely Whiplash style bad guy.
He went from Scooby-Doo to Skeletor.
Pretty much.
Right,
like, that's the problem, is that, like, with the time skip, half the cast don't develop at all, and then the other half develop so much that they're completely unrecognizable.
Yeah, exactly. Like legit.
Like, why
I
the
almost didn't,
why
like,
the fuck is Mizuki like on the exterminator crew now. She was a fucking dumb high schooler. She has no reason to be here with a fucking assault rifle killing people. Other than the fact that I guess she's broke now and she needs money, I guess.
That's the only reason I can say that that they get away with that, because it justifies the 665 years later.
But see, the thing is, even if she I don't even think she's technically broke, because her mom's still fucking rich, apparently.
Yeah, they have a really nice fucking house.
Yeah, she's got
They can afford private medical care.
Yeah, she's got a fucking Edo period style mansion in the fucking woods somewhere. And she's living with the Nizama president for some fucking reason. Why is she taking care of him? Why is he now bedridden?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who exactly? We still don't know anything about what his motive was, what he wanted, what his end goal was, why anything happened, why he was even like. We don't know anything about him. Why bring him back if you're just gonna have him there and cackle like a weirdo?
But see, that's the thing. All of this comes down to one simple question: why? Every single choice in this show can be summed up with why. EU is a corpse who came back to life and now killing Amazons. Why? Why is Amazons are now infecting people on purpose with water? Why? Jin fucked Nanaha and made Super AIDS Amazon baby. Why? Mamoru is now Super 200 IQ Magneto murderer man. Why?
Chihiro is trying to befriend and fall in love with EU because why exactly?
Why? Like literally everything in this show goes up to why? Why are you doing this? What's the point?
Why would you do this?
Like with Banjo, he's trying his hardest to. Dude, I swear to God, was Banjo supposed to be fucking gay for Chihiro here? Like
maybe
it came off that way. Like he every single chance he wanted to like, hey Chihiro, come back, bro. Come on, bro. It's like motherfucker. He's gonna eat you.
I mean, it was kind of like that in Build too, where he was just like he was just really gay for Sento in like a weird bromance way. But like,
yeah, but at least in Build,
Build,
Sento wasn't trying to eat him.
No, like they built up their relationship. It made sense. Here is just like,
shut up, that was a pun.
Yeah, but no, damn it, I didn't even realize. Like, it doesn't make any sense because like at the beginning of the show, he's screaming and berating Chihiro and treating him like an object. He's I don't want to say dehumanizing.
Like a pet.
Yeah, he's treating him like a pet. And then now suddenly like, oh hey Chihiro, my best friend forever and ever. How you been? Where have you been? What do you mean you, my classmate who I definitely knew the entire time was dead, is with you? What do you mean she's alive? Why is there like again? Why the fuck did he need to be EU's classmate? Other than the fact that, like, because plot?
Convenience.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no reason
again,
for it.
he doesn't serve a purpose. Literally everything he does doesn't need to be done.
No.
Everything he does is pretty much just a distraction.
Like
shit. He adds nothing when he meets Shido and the extermination team. He adds nothing when his friends get eaten. He adds nothing when he meets up with EU, and he adds nothing when he The only thing he adds was one of the funniest scenes in the show where he goes fucking full Free Willy on our asses with the fucking extermination team, and he's like, "No, you're all ignorant.
Run, Shiro, run!
No, y'all ignorant. Amazon need love." Like that's his scene. His scene is that y'all ignorant. That's it.
It was, and it's a shame too because like he's out of the new cast, he's by and far one of the best actors. I think.
I don't know why, but I want to take that scene where he's like crying and shit for like Chihiro and shit, and I just want to put Men in the Mirror in the background.
I don't remember how Man in the Mirror goes. Shit.
Amazon in the mirror.
Oh.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like for some reason, they want to fuck a kid here too.
That's true.
I
mean, I think it's weird because like, despite being like one of the best new actors in the show, he's wasted because his character is just kind of lame, and he doesn't really contribute anything.
That's probably why they gave him the part in Build.
I think that's funny
sorry,
because
bud.
like I remember when the season ended, everybody's like, "Man, this kid's really good. I hope they put him into an actually good writer show soon." And then
and literally the next year.
like literally like 3 months later, the previews for Build come out, and he's there. And they're like, "Oh well, we weren't expecting that quick. All right."
and he was used legitimately really good in Build too, so it's great.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like again, every single one of these, like all the new characters are also wasted. Like Kurosaki, okay, he's kind of just like everything that they set up for him kind of just falls to the wayside. Like, oh, he has this weird head injury thing that doesn't really come into play at all.
yeah,
It's just a thing that he has. The fucking man bun dude, like, yeah, he had some of the funnier quips in the show, but who is he? He's just a fucking glowy.
It's
Like,
the same.
that's it?
It's the same problem with the Exterminating crew from season 1, where we don't fucking know anything about them or what their motives are, except with the Exterminator crew, they were the main focus, so we at least like knew what their personalities were, and we kind of understood what their motives were. Here it's just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, why are you such an asshole? Like, why do you like? I understand why you're doing it because fuck Amazons, you're getting paid to kill monsters, but like, why are you such a prick to everybody? Why are you so angry all the time? Like, why do you get like? Why are you at a fancy like pastry buffet on your day off?
Yeah, that was literally the only character development he gets. I guess he just has a really big sweet tooth.
I think I love that too because he's there at like a chocolate fountain and he's on his phone. He's like, "I told you not to fucking call me on my day off. What's wrong?" He's screaming.
This hard ass military dude just getting some chocolate on his pineapple.
Yeah, he's standing there with it like in the fountain, turning it, and he's screaming expletives into his phone. Like that's the only development we get for his character.
He's
And then fucking the glowy with the man bun is just really into getting massages.
Yeah, I liked the G-Man dude because he's just like he's kind of pathetic. He's like a joke. He's like a what was the shotgun dude's name? He was kind of like their equivalent of that because he's the joke character more or less.
Yeah.
He had a lot of good scenes too where he's like I don't want to do that, man. That's too much work. It's like
my favorite scene where he goes up to Chihiro and he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna let you off easy with this one. She doesn't fucking like you. She literally does not even understand or comprehend that you are living."
like
Stop.
exactly like Kurosaki and the G-Man dude and Tachibana and
Everyone.
what was his name
Everyone.
from the previous season?
Fukuda.
Yeah. Everybody, every single fucking episode is like, Iyu is a corpse. She has no personality. She hasn't lost her memories. She doesn't need them because she's a fucking zombie dude. You need to stop. You are wasting your time.
No. Best line from Chihiro was he has Iyu on his fucking bike and they're driving away, and he says the line of the night. "I guess Iyu really does have memories. She just doesn't have emotions." It's like
Yes.
it took you this long.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Took the words right out of my fucking mouth.
What was it? Like when he said that, I almost had an aneurysm. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say,
Like,
kid?"
were you just not listening to anybody who talked to you in the entire show? Are you dense, Chihiro? Did you just fucking not listen anytime anybody talked? Was it just like somebody's talking to Chihiro and it's like in the fucking Peanuts? Or it's like wah 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 wah.
What's that?
No. See, I just see like a little hamster in his head, but the hamster's not running. It's just like passed out, drunk on the side. Like that's Chihiro. He's just like
Even when like
I have zombie.
they have
girlfriend.
they have to fucking torture him with the super duper Amazon killing gun, and even then he still doesn't fucking learn anything. Like
They literally tell him, "If you fuck with us, we're going to kill her."
they like
But she my girlfriend.
like he gets told 3 times in the span of like half an hour, do what we fucking tell you. and if you don't do what we tell you again, we're going to blow up EU, and you will never see her again, and then we're going to kill you.
Pretty much.
And then they blow up EU because he doesn't listen.
No, exactly. He doesn't fucking listen, so like, all right, push the button. And I like the scene where they do that, because like, you've got the G-Man dude chilling in Tachibana's office, and then Tachibana comes in, and of course he's he got his fucking spine snapped by Chihiro earlier, so he's in a wheelchair.
Even alive after that?
How did he survive that? He got snapped like a Slim Jim, and he's still alive. But I love the scene too, because he wheels in, and he's just like, I need you to use my computer for me. And he's just like, type this in. It's like, all right, now hit enter. Now press this. And like, I love it because he's just like sitting there like stern faced, but he's like, I need you to do this for me. Can you help me out? And he's just like, the G-Man dude's just like, all right.
That actually really was an effective scene, though.
It was, because I love where he's just like, by the way, what did I just do? It's like, you just killed EU. And he's just like, oops.
No.
Oh!
He's like, he looks at his finger, he's like, oops.
He's like, oh.
And then he shows up later when the rest of the hunting team is trying to like mop up after EU went, like, Chihiro went berserk because EU is exploding. And he's just like, yeah, that's my bad, dude. Sorry, I kind of hit the button. Sorry, man.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's an effective scene, but again, it comes back to this whole thing of like, it's kind of at the service of really nothing.
Exactly. That's
really
what my problem is with season 2, is that like everything they do has no real effect. It's the best way I would say it is that season 2 just has no subtlety. And look,
oh my god, you think?
And look, I know Amazon's season 1 was not exactly subtle, but season 2 is so far lacking in what little subtlety season 1 had.
In your face.
It is just it's like when you take like a horror movie and you have like the first of a horror movie, and it's really like slow paced and it really builds its tension, and it's a really effective, well shot horror movie. And then you have the shitty cash grab sequel, which throws all of that out the window, focuses on lowest common denominator, gore, shock, just loud noises and gore and all this shit. It's like comparing Halloween 1, where there's a lot of really suspenseful build up. You've got like nice suspenseful music, well shot scenes, great lighting. Michael Myers is a great threat. He's very rarely utilized. All the kills are really like, they're slow built up to, and they're not super gory. They're gory, but they're not super gory. And there's a lot of tension. And then season 2 is like Halloween 5, where they throw all of that out the window. Michael Myers is like a fucking voodoo priest zombie now, and he's just like, he's got like superpowers or some shit, and he's got superhuman strength now, and he's throwing people, and it's all like, it's schlock, and there's no tension, and nobody can act, and it's just boring, and it's just
you went for Halloween 5. I was going to go for the Rob Zombie remake.
No, because those are kind of two.
The Rob Zombie remake was pretty fucking gratuitous.
It was gratuitous and it was bad. But
that's Rob Zombie.
I'm thinking that would be more like, that's more comparing Amazon's as a whole as the Rob Zombie one compared to the Showa Amazon being Halloween, the original. That's more the train I'm going for. But on the
no, but I got you.
I guess in that case, that makes that Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which, good fucking lord, imagine wanting to rip that.
Oh my god. Actually, speaking of...
We still got the movie, don't worry.
Gore, this was a really gory season. Like,
yeah. It was a really gross out season.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what... Like, again, it goes back to the thing with, like, no subtlety, where it's like, this entire season was, like, really gory and a lot of gross out stuff. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but I skipped a lot of the episode with the doctor, like, who was, like, snorting.
That one was,
I skipped a lot of that.
That one was just, like, lame. It's like,
gross.
Eating brains. It's like,
that
right.
That one was just really, really freaking callous, because it was oh my god, because it's like, you got these poor innocent people going in for doctor's appointments, and he's eating them.
Like, that's my problem.
The
like,
worst, yeah.
That's really kind of what I mean, where, like, there's no subtlety. It's like, oh, the lady goes into the examination room and it's fucking soaked with blood, and she just goes in there and doesn't react at all. And then the doctors come in and they're soaked with blood, and then they immediately turn into Amazons and scoop her brains out.
Wait, Jay. So wait, hold on. This entire scenario is playing like a creepypasta. So let me narrate it. Okay. Okay. And then the woman walked into the doctor's office. I'm leaving that in. And the woman walked into the doctor's office. And then she sat down and said, "Doctor, my head hurts. Let me check." And he puts his fucking tongue in her mouth and brains. And that's why you don't buy silly putty from Amazon at 3 a.m.
Now you have 1 million viewers, and then now you're also grooming people.
What about,
Oh, I'm creepypasta then.
Damn it! You know what? I wasn't being specific because that's like half of them, but you know what? Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
Bruce pasta?
Look, just throw a fucking dart and you'll hit either someone called McCreepy McBang Bang or
And then
fucking
now we just need a sample of Miu's shitty version of Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, and now bam.
Oh my! I'm putting that over this.
You should do it.
Dude, I should like cut that entire scene out, like this entire part of the podcast, and just put like Amazon creepypasta, and like my screen now we were like Mr. Spooky Roni or something like that. It's just like a macaroni with a ghost face. Oh no, it's a macaroni with Ghost's helmet on. Oh, let's go. Oh, that'd be so good.
What about the episode with the hairdresser? And it's just like, oh, she's washing the hair, then she opens the ceiling and a freaking guillotine comes down.
Again, that's just creepypasta territory.
It really
right there.
was, and then it turns out
it's literally just like, oh, what's in the basement? Oh, the demon.
Like that episode 2 was really just like schlocky, because like there's no, the only surprising thing they do is that, oh, the lady killing people isn't an Amazon, but like everything else is just like lame gore. Like, it's got the Amazon dude running around just fucking beheading people constantly. And it's like...
That was shocking.
It was shocking
like,
how
wow.
many beheadings we... Like, he fucking decapitates Time Fire and a bunch of other moves.
Wait, he
like,
did?
He does?
Yeah,
He decapitated Time Fire?
That was that dude
the
dude who got... It was like on the phone with the dog, and then he gets out of the car, and then immediately turns around and his head gets cut off.
Oh my god, that was
I
him?
remember when that happened, people were so mad. It was like, they killed Time Fire in the first fucking episode he was in.
I know, right? I think that, like
what the fuck?
Like, it's on one hand, that's, it's like, it's a surprising bit, but it's still like there's no build-up. There's no, like, suspense. It's just him running around cutting people up like he's Wolverine. There's no...
It's not the first time Time Fire's dead.
That's true.
Died.
Yeah.
He's used to it.
He is. But that's kind of my problem, is that, like, none of the horror is really... It's like a shitty slasher movie. There's no suspense. There's nothing intriguing. It's just we're watching people get murdered by monsters. Except there's no catharsis like with a slasher movie where, oh, the victims are all assholes, so we have fun when we see them die. No, we're just seeing random people get killed. Why are they being killed? Why have they been picked? Just random chance? Okay, sure.
Know. Like the actual assholes of the show don't even die.
No.
Like the only one who sort of died, who was sort of an asshole, but even then you find out he wasn't, was Kano.
Yeah.
And he gets ripped in fucking half.
Yeah, dude.
That was fucking
I was kind of like
sick.
I was shocked. I could have sworn I remembered him surviving too. I forgot.
No,
he died.
I remember specifically he fucking died. I didn't remember how.
Well, I remembered Tachibana survived, and he had a very similar quote unquote death. So I think I put two. I think I mixed those two things up.
I hate to say it, but I laughed at Kano's death. Not because of him dying, because I kind of liked his character. It was more, how the fuck are you calling your boss when you're literally eviscerated in half?
Hey man, he's professional.
Yeah,
He's damn professional.
He's a pro.
And
He's a pro.
I do think it was kind of a little somber when he said, I'm unfortunately going to have to tender my resignation. It's like, because I'm dying. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like,
I like that.
He really was dedicated to his job.
See, it's weird because, like, okay.
And then she's
If
like,
they had played it up-
she's actually like sad that he died too. That's like, I liked that. I wish they did more with it, but
If they had played it up to where all the killings and all the... If this entire season was played as just a slasher B movie...
yeah.
It would have played so much better because at least we know we're just supposed to have fun with the gratuitous violence.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But the problem is is that it's not called Amazon B movie featuring trauma from Japan. It's called Amazon's Season 2, which means it's a sequel, aka continuation of the story, which they don't even continue the story.
Like,
because think of it this way, right? Everything that they introduce by the end of the season is gone. Chihiro is gone. Mamoru is gone. The infected Amazons are gone. Everything they introduce in this season basically doesn't even need to happen. The only thing that sticks is Nanaha dying.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everything else, you didn't really need it. You could cut it all out and just jump right into the movie, because the movie actually is about Jin and Haruka again.
Yeah. It's just a waste. It's a waste of time. It's, again, like AJ explained it well, if they just went schlocky B horror tier, I think that, like, a lot of, like, the dumber aspects make sense. Like, oh, Chihiro's trying to fuck a corpse woman. All right, in a dumb schlocky horror B movie, that's fine. That's passable. Oh, Mamoru becoming a fucking supervillain for no reason, that's fine. That's passable. When you're still trying to carry the serious tone and the serious plot of season 1, all of the shit is schlock and completely just is it completely destroys the tone, and it's totally ineffective.
Pretty much.
Exactly. It's like again, if it was just like the schlocky B movie, it's like, all right, dude, great, fucking get the Ramones on the soundtrack. You got a fucking good movie here. But like that's about it. But then everything else is just like, you know, and you know what the worst thing is though, is the fact that besides all the stuff that actually kind of got me pissed off, this show is boring as fuck.
Oh yeah,
it is a bore to sit through.
It is.
Like, I almost fell asleep on like, I think, like, a couple of episodes. I was like, oh, my God. I
did fall asleep on one of them, and that was when... And, of course, it was when Jin comes in.
Like, I was like, oh, my God, this show is so fucking boring. Like, nothing is happening. I don't like any of you assholes. Go away. So, besides that, I guess we'll talk a little bit about the aesthetics, because there's 2 new Amazon suits in this show. That being... Locutus and Neo Amazon.
The art, you know, Neo is okay. I kind of like that they take elements from Jin's suit with the design, the blue with the red stripes. But it's the same problem with Haruka's upgrade, where the shitty random armor plating is ugly, and it clashes because it's just giant black gray parts on there. There's no cohesion to it. It's got crappy greebling on it, so it looks like it's just like folded up newspaper or something. It's just like none of the 2 new main Amazon suits are just not good. Like the Monster of the Week suits are still fine. They're still good. But the main Amazon suits, they're just not good at all. I don't like Neo. I don't like Haruka's upgrade. Again,
it literally looks like the fucking Borg.
He looks like he's been fucking collected into the Borg. It's just, it's wrong. It clashes because it's obviously just shit they just pasted onto the main suit.
See, that's even worse because like it's supposed to be a brand new belt, so I'd imagine a brand new form.
Exactly.
But no, it's just let's just slap shit on there. You know what the funny thing is? If I remember correctly, and I don't know because I've never seen the movie, but if I remember correctly, he doesn't even use it in the movie.
No, if I remember correctly,
he just throws it away. Like you should this entire season. But I guess that's really everything we have to say about this fucking show.
Yeah.
Like really.
It's
so yeah.
If you liked season 1, just ignore it. Just watch. I wouldn't even say watch the movie because I haven't seen the movie yet to judge. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know. I can't say.
That's coming up next.
So, if you liked season 1, ignore season 2. Everything you liked about season 1 is not going to be here, unless you're a weirdo who liked Amazon's season 1 for all the wrong reasons, in which case you might still like this, but I wouldn't want you watching Amazon's to begin with if you
value your sanity.
If you value your sanity, yes. It's the music's just like the music is worse. The suits are worse. The fights they're about the same. They're a little more schlocky. They're not as fun. They kind of go overboard with the fights. They're a little like they're too flashy. There's no substance to them, really. It's none of what made season 1 so good is here in season 2. I was originally like forgiving of season 1's bad ending because I figured it was, oh shit, I don't think we didn't expect a sequel. Let's try to fix the ending before we have no chance. No, I just think Kobayashi just started doing crack or something. Like, she talked with Inoue, and Inoue hooked her up, and now she's just, like, in full Inoue tier, because it's nonsense. It's bad. It reads like it's a Toshiki Inoue script. It does nonsense. Like,
well, sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ghostwrote this season, to be entirely well. There's not enough misunderstandings and like shitty humor episodes, like deliberate humor episodes. Like, I know there's the carnival one, but that's not trying to be funny. Like, if the carnival episode was trying to be like comedic, I would honestly be under the impression that Inoue ghostwrote this. But
he just came in and be like, "Can I write an episode?"
Yeah. I mean, that's how it used to be. He would just be like, "Hey, I want to write an episode." Sure, here you go. Hey, we're just gonna film it, do whatever.
Hey, let me see that. Oh, you know what? It needs a little work. Let me edit it for you. There you go. This is not what I wrote. You're welcome.
Yeah, needs a little taiyaki master in here. You know, spruce it up a bit.
Yo,
Dark Kitchen, y'all.
So, can we have Omega, Neo, and Alpha sell pots and pans? I mean, to be fair, that probably would have made this season a lot fucking better.
I would have fucking watched that episode.
No,
Are you killing me?
He would have put in an episode where Jin and Chihiro unironically go to the movies or some shit. He would have unironically done that.
Like they do, like
He's
a weird,
come
like,
on, Dad, let's be friends. He's like, all right.
Like Chihiro convinces Jin to like try and accept him as a son, and they do like shitty family bonding stuff, and Jin is just, like Jin being blind, he can't really do anything, and they're like,
oh my god. So there's like, okay, I just have this in my mind now. There's like a scene, right, that you always see in these types of movies where, like, you know, the guy is warming up to the kid. So it's Jin. He has Haruka on his shoulders, but he's fucking blind, so like they just run into a fucking tree and shit. Oh, that'd be amazing.
I mean, well,
dude.
you said they go to the movies, but Jin's blind, so like they go to the movies, and Chihiro's just like, he's having fun, and Jin's just sitting there. He's just not even reacting. He's just like, he's sitting there seething.
They go watch a 3D movie, and like Chihiro comes out, and he's just like, man, that 3D was kind of shitty, wasn't it? Yeah, I couldn't see shit.
Yeah, and Jin's just like, I thought it was great, son. Like a fucking smartass. Like, oh my god, that would have made the season way better. You kidding me? Like, again, if they went full on with the schlock, I think it would have been way better, because then it's not trying to be serious. So then it's like, then when you're laughing at it, you're supposed to be laughing at it.
God, I have so many fucking ideas for this now.
Like they're playing catch. Like they're playing catch, and Jin's throwing the fucking ball like 3 miles to the left, and Chihiro's just like, wow, I caught it, Dad. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Oh my god, I fucking want this now.
No. Okay, so you have one scene where Chihiro's on a fucking tricycle and Jin's trying to push him, but like he's pushing some old lady instead. He's like, "Are you doing it, son?" Yeah, Dad. I'm doing it on my own. That's my boy. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, wait. Last one. Jin's trying to teach him how to swim. And he's like, okay, son, I'll hold you so you don't drown. Chihiro's just in the background drowning, and Jin's just holding a fucking, like a fucking buoy or something.
Yeah, it's like that photo of the lady holding the kid, and then there's another kid drowning. But it's him just holding,
he's not even holding Chihiro, he's holding someone else.
Yeah, he's holding, like, a log or something. He's just holding random junk while he's drowning.
How you doing, son? I'm drowning, bitch! I'm drowning!
Oh my god. I need this show. Can we just,
Too bad we're not getting it.
Can we just have like a season 3 with all of these ideas, just written by Toshiki Inoue?
Oh, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, good luck
I'd be
with
down for that. I would watch this. Are you kidding me?
That would be the best fucking show ever. Oh my fucking god. There's so many scenarios. It's so it's like it's like Different Strokes, but murderous.
Different strokes of death.
Oh wait, so that make Mamoru Gary Coleman?
I guess. No, well,
all right, fine. We'll just chop EU in half.
What you
Yeah,
talking
that
about?
works.
What you talking about, Haruka? Sorry, I had to say it. Say it.
So I guess with that, we'll just jump right into our final thoughts. So Jay.
I mean, I already gave my final thoughts. I thought we were doing that already.
Oh, I don't know. Then Phil.
This show was terrible. I don't ever want to rewatch it again. It could have been better. It should have been better. The only thing I will say that was good was Jin, and it's because it's Jin. It's fucking Jin. All right, he's freaking awesome. This was such a slog to watch through. I didn't want to watch it. I'm like, oh dear God, this stuff is so fucking boring. If you value your sanity, like Jay said, don't watch this show. Unless you're a completionist and you want to watch all of Amazon's, just watch it once, shove it to the side, and say like, you did your duty. You did it like shit though.
So, in my hand, I have a can of dusting cleaner for the computer. This is what I would rather do than watch the show again. There we go. Oh my god.
AJ's doing drugs on microphone live, guys.
Wait, what did you do, AJ? You said you hurt yourself.
Don't worry about it. Anyways,
I mean, look, I've done illicit substances. I've never done it like that. I've never called attention. Well, I mean, I've drunken plenty of times on microphone, but that's taking the cake, AJ.
So, but okay. So my actual serious final thoughts. This show sucks ass, dude. Like, there's no two ways about it. It sucks ass. Chihiro's a whiny bitch. EU is a blank board with nothing to do because she's fucking dead.
Exactly.
Mamoru is an idiot. Haruka, it's your fault. Jin, you're alright. Everyone else, you're a fucking stupid dummy fucker. That is this show. Everybody is an idiot. Like, literally, I could put Jin's face over Homer Simpson saying everybody's an idiot except me.
I mean, that's it.
That is this show.
That's the plot of Amazon. That is this season.
And honest to God, I'm shocked. I am shocked the same person wrote this show. Like, it's almost like I don't want to even fucking believe it. Because at least season 1, besides the ending, was actually pretty enjoyable. This one is like, who the fuck wrote this? Kobayashi, how the fuck did you write this?
How did you go from season 1 to this? Like, how did this happen?
Exactly. So, like the entire time, I'm miserable. When it's not maddening, it's unintentionally comedic. And when it's not unintentionally comedic, it is a bore. Look, the last season 1, it was the exact same length with about the exact same episode, like, time or duration for each of them. And that still went faster than this. This felt like I was watching an hour each time. And I was like, oh my god, how the fuck did you have literally created time compression? How did you do that? Like, literally the only other thing that I could say that I liked about this show would be the fucking ending theme. And that is it. But that's a song. That's a song I can listen to on its own without ever thinking about this show again. So, with that being said, next time, which I don't even think we're going to have to take 2 weeks for this. We can literally just do it this week also.
It's true.
Next time.
Do we really?
Yes.
We probably should, just to get it over with.
Alright, rip the Band-Aid off.
Whip the Band-Aid off. Rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Anyways, Yeah, next time we are going to do is it Last Judgment?
I think it's
Last
called
Judgment,
Last
right?
Judgment. Yes.
Hang on, I got it up right now. It's called Kamen Rider Amazons: The Last Judgment.
Oh, we forgot the.
Yeah, you
obviously.
forgot the stinking plug. You gotta get it right, God.
You know, usually I'd be afraid that there's some super ultra hyper nerd who would get mad about that.
There
But
probably
if
is.
anything,
There is.
if anything, the super ultra hyper nerds we're going to get are just going to be mad that we don't have a woman on the podcast.
What were you talking about? Phil's right there.
Oh, I was going to make that
wasn't
fucking
even
joke.
funny.
You damn it, Jay. I was going to make that joke.
You gotta
That's
be
twice you stole it.
You gotta be quicker than that, dude. Come on.
One of these days I'm gonna knock the two of you out.
I mean, look, Phil, I could have
Jay-
said myself, because at least then there's self-deprecation, and also it's funny because I'm gay, but, I mean, come on. Come on, it's too easy. It's too easy to say you.
It's like that Geico commercial with the old guy and the fishing rod. It's like, oh, you got to be
You
quicker.
gotta be quicker than that, yeah.
So next time we are going to be doing Last Judgment, and who knows what we're going to do after that?
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, except Ninja is what we've already said like 3 times now. But
Is it?
probably.
Is it, Jay?
Probably.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it really?
Well,
I hope. I hope not.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that there's a lot of buildup for this, and I don't know if there's going to be any payoff.
Well,
So, with that being said, we'll see you guys
Bye.
next time. Bye-bye.
and